Here I'll demonstrate how to arrange your data in GraphLogic when you have two independent variables. In this example, I have two experimental groups and two time points. I will start by dragging in the files from the first time point in their experimental groups of 5. I will rename the groups to Group 1 and Group 2, and rename the table itself to represent the population that I'm analysing. In this case, monocytes percentage of parent. I can now select the data, and from the drop-down menus, select the population, being monocytes, and the statistic is already set to percentage of parent. I will now select and drag this table into a table folder as if I was just comparing the two groups by themselves. And here I can perform some simple formatting of the graph. Now I will build on this table using the data from the second time point, and I will drag my experimental groups immediately to the right of the existing data. So here I have again my data for Group 1 and Group 2. I can select the data, define the population and statistic, and then I will merge the cells above the column count for the first and second groups, representing the two time points. To merge the cells, highlight them in the spreadsheet and then click on the Merge Cell icon in the toolbar. Finally, type in the name of the second independent variable groups in the merged cells, in this case Day 1 and Day 2. And I will quickly format the table, providing colours to easily identify the different groups. So here, Day 1 is in pink, Day 2 in green, with the experimental groups 1 and 2 defined by the different rows. The next step is to highlight the table and drag it into a table folder. In this case, I will clone the previous table folder as it will maintain the formatting. And by clicking on the Graph tab, you can now see the graph displaying the two independent variables. This graph can be formatted like any other graph in GraphLogic by clicking on the graph components or the words in the corners of the graph window. And of course, additional groups for each of the independent variables can be added as well, so there could be more time points or more experimental groups within each time point.